So I hit. Okay,
There
I don't
you
know.
go.
Yeah, all right, I guess we're live. Fucking, I hit
We
live
are
and it
live.
was like spinning, spinning, spinning. 5. You know. But yes.
Oh no!
And Starlink.
Is it going to be one of those?
I pre-ordered it.
Pre-ordered.
I
Well, look at that. When
pre-ordered
did they?
Starlink.
Do they have like an expected date to get it out there, or like when is it going to happen?
Yeah, for my zip, they said middle to the end of this year, and I'm like, well, that's
Okay.
at least some hope.
That's a pretty big
versus
fucking window,
CenturyLink.
but yeah.
Right, but I mean, they want to release at least 60 satellites before doing this, and that's fine.
Before
like
the end of the year, yeah.
CenturyLink right now is literally, so tonight I've got, let's see how many videos I've got. Right, this will be something for the people to watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos, right? And I'm gonna upload those, and I'll start when we get done streaming. I'm gonna legitimately like start these videos uploading. They might be done by 7 a.m. tomorrow.
Jesus Christ!
Right,
that's pretty
right.
bad.
They might be done.
That's pretty bad.
Right. So yeah, the I have to upload when I make videos. I make them during the day, and I upload them at night because we cannot use the internet while anything's uploading. Our upload speed is like 0.25 megabytes per second.
That's
Tops.
fucking. Oh Jesus! Jesus, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yep, and it cuts out. But here's the thing with Starlink, the telecom monopoly goes away. It's done.
That's true. But how is the like?
I buy the equipment.
Like when I had satellite TV, is the weather and shit going to affect your internet?
Right. So I was against it, and I'm like, hey, any satellite shit is fucked. It's slow. It's retarded. I don't want to deal with it. But Starlink, because that company is releasing so many fucking satellites into the orbit of the Earth, and they're actually like trying to actively combat the slow internet problem for specifically rural people, not in the cities, which is fucking great. They said, hey, at first it might not be that great.
They'll work the kinks out though as they go.
We always try to improve. Yes. And the thing about like any one of Elon Musk's companies, whether it's Starlink, fucking SpaceX, Tesla, the credit I will give to that man, I know he's not like the guy that's micromanaging everything.
He's not
like,
actually doing
he
everything.
No, but his vision is, if it's not good enough, we need to improve, and we will improve.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Like, if it's not good enough, we're going to improve. And
that's right.
With the corporate telecom in the past fucking 50, 60, 70, 80 years, well, if it's not good enough, they're getting a service. Fuck it. We're making money.
Yeah, fair. I mean, why bother? Because
so it's a very yeah, exactly. And it's like a very different business model. Elon Musk, he's a multi-billionaire. He doesn't have to fucking try. Really, like, he doesn't have to.
No.
But for whatever reason, the motivation in his brain says, no, I need to be better. I need to make everything that, is in my name better.
He's got a reputation,
which is cool. Right, and then like, I don't worship the guy. I'm not one of these Elon Musk like, oh god damn, we do something good, I come in my pants, and we do something bad, I contemplate suicide. No, it's like, the guy is a fucking billionaire. Okay, he's he's rich as shit. He doesn't have to do any of this shit. What his personal gains are from being better constantly and having that business model, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, he's actually trying, or so it seems.
Yeah, he's trying something at least, which is better than other people.
Right, and like with the fucking internet, it's like, well, people were like, well, why would we buy that? We live in the city. He's like, well, it's not for the city. The city's already got good internet.
Yeah, it's for the people that live out like you in the sticks that don't have an option.
Right.
Or only one option.
So he found something that can make money, which, yes, he should make money if he's putting all this money and effort into it.
If he's doing all that work, as long as his product's good, he should make money.
Right, and all the engineers that he's hired and all that shit. And second, it's gonna help people, like.
Yeah, how much is it gonna cost? Do you know?
It's $100 a month.
That's not so bad.
No, it's $40 more than I'm paying right now for the minimal, shitty, fucking lowest caliber internet you can possibly buy.
And to be fair, like satellite TV and stuff has come a long ways. Like it only cuts out like during the worst storms, but by then you lose power and shit anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, and so I don't know if I'm going to have to install the thing on the roof or just because I live in an area where there's not a lot of trees around my house, or if I can just put it in a room facing out the window.
Probably have to get a dish or something, but
no. They said if you don't have a lot of trees or obstacles around, you may just be good in a certain room in the house. Like they calibrate that shit. They run you through.
Oh, they might be able to just get you a booster you could set somewhere. Yeah.
You set in your house pointing out the window.
Okay.
And so we'll see. I mean, if I had to put something on the roof, I'll be glad to take the fucking, the cable dish or cable, thing down.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It up there, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But no, it's Starlink
it works out, man. If it works out super cool, that'd be great.
Yep, Starlink.
Gosh. Next thing you know, you'll be buying a flamethrower, wearing an Elon Musk shirt.
Well, flamethrowers are for fucking faggots and neckbeards, so.
People love flamethrowers, though, Mike. I say the same thing, but people are apeshit about flamethrowers.
I don't know. Go ask the Japanese how much they love flamethrowers. I don't. I should not have done that while you were drinking because it almost went through your nose. Admit it.
It did. That was pretty rough.
That's pretty fucked, right?
That's pretty bad, yeah.
That's pretty fucked.
Yeah.
But
what he thinks about flamethrowers.
But yeah, so God, the fucking cat.
The cat? Which one?
Wally.
Wally.
Oh yeah.
Still kicking, I see.
Yep.
Oh, see, they're still figuring out my camo, dialing it in.
It's Duck Hunter.
It's it is, but it's not U.S. Duck Hunter. It's very blue, if you can't tell.
Honest to God, if you wouldn't have told me what it was before we went on, I would be sitting there going, whatever. And then once you did tell me, I'm like, well, duh. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
Like, if you know anything about,
they made it for so long, but there's like no pictures of it anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the helmet and everything, and it's
Then the cool thing about this cover is it was designed to fit the Mark II and the M1.
The cat eyes are wrong though.
I know, but that's just I had an extra one. I put it on there so that was
I got the
helmet shape a little better. But
yep.
But yeah, I know they wouldn't have had the cat eyes on there. They wouldn't have had helmet bands at all on there.
No, they put strings. I've seen pictures of strings.
They put rope and shit. Yeah. The tire strips. I see a lot of the tire strips around.
Yeah, the inner tube. Yep, like in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm. So
we're actually wearing uniforms that are around the same time
period. Same era, actually. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Well, this would have been used from the 60s into the 70s.
Yep. Same here.
So, bam.
Shit. That's why I was asking. Like, what are we doing tonight? And you're like, this.
Yep. Well, I dug this out because I had this on a hanger. I had the helmet cover on a helmet that I've had on my shelf for forever, and I bought it all as a set a long time ago. And I just had it thrown on a hanger. I'm like, I'll throw it on, and I remembered why I don't really wear it. It's made out of coarse, shelter canvas. It's like wearing potato sacks, and then some of the canvas is better than other parts, and the stitching is different colors and very inconsistent, and it's really weird. One of the sleeves is slightly longer than the other. It just something of the period, I guess. So
we just gotta have one person that just fucking
I know, right?
Gets it. They're guessing. They
are guessing. But it's a country that you probably wouldn't assume would have this camouflage. So, considering how dry and arid it is,
most of it's actually not.
I know most of it's actually not, but
Right.
the parts where this was used were pretty dry, arid parts.
No, they use it everywhere though. Like,
To marine camouflage.
right, but they use it everywhere in the
That's
country.
true. Wherever the Marines were, but mostly along the coast.
You know.
But not Egypt, not
Oh
South
my God, we're getting a lot of comments. Iran, Chile, South Africa, Egypt.
I mean, Egypt is closer, same ballpark, I guess, but sort of,
No,
kind of.
it's not.
It's not. It's not. But
Iran is closer of a guess.
Iran is closer than Egypt.
Than
Yeah.
Egypt.
Oh, they got yours, Mike.
Yeah, but he's just guessing, so it doesn't fucking count.
That's fair. Nope, not Algeria.
Again, Iran. The delay. Okay.
Yeah.
Morocco. Nope. Mike be gay. Correct. That is the correct country.
That's right.
Mike be gay.
Never heard of it. What's their passport look like?
Looks like this.
Oh, it's a used prophylactic.
Shocker. It's a shocker.
Oh, somebody got it. Gus got it.
Yeah, Gus. Gus Kahoo.
Gus.
Holy
Turkey.
shit. So many wrong guesses.
Camouflage.
Turca?
I even got the pants on. Like, I got the whole ensemble on.
Well, I was going to throw excuse me. I was going to throw the fucking Rhodesian shorts on.
Oh, the real shorts?
I got the pants and the shorts, but I'm going to save that for some more sexy videos.
There we go. We're going to do that out in summer, the shorts.
I'll show, like, it'll be like, the camouflage is working okay.
Yeah.
And then you're like, Mike, are you riding a chicken? Like, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
The white fucking legs that I'll be riding.
I'll have to bring out, I have one of my old pairs of Levi's. I cut into Daisy Dukes, like, super short.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I usually wear gym shorts, like, in the summer. Yeah. It's like, well, it's aerating my balls, and fucking, I don't care.
But I'm like, I got the, like, perfect frill on them now and everything. Yeah. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, gosh. What uniform? Which one? Me or Mike?
Jan Defender. Hanging out shorts. Oh, dude, I guarantee you these fucking shorts I got, the Rhodesian ones, a cheek is at least going to be making an appearance. For goddamn sure. Like, it's
for goddamn sure. Well, I mean, that was what you needed back in the day. It's fucking hot there. So.
Yeah, well, excuse me. I wish we would have had Rhodesian style shorts in Marpet Desert in Iraq.
That'd be sweet.
It would have been beautiful.
Why doesn't the U.S. like have shorts? I never got that. What the fuck?
Because it's unprofessional.
Whatever. Every other fucking military uses shorts. The goddamn Russians have shorts.
They're not as professional as we are. Ask the SecDef, bitch.
Yeah, not as professional as we are. At least their fucking camouflage worked. Fuck.
Right. So, well, actually,
you probably blend in better if you took the goddamn ACU pants off.
Well, here's the thing: is I'm going to actually do pretty soon a spring camouflage test video on this pattern, a summer one, and probably a fall one. Up here, it does not work. This is a very, very fucking regionally and geographically specific fucking pattern.
Yeah.
Very specific. Everybody's like, oh, Rhodesian brush stroke. It's just like a meme thing.
It's the thing. People love a losing story. It's the same reason why, like, people love Finland in World War II. People love the underdog.
Yeah, they actually did lose. You're right.
Yeah.
As much as it's not popular, the Finns fucking lost. They lost Karelia.
Yeah.
Like, they fucking lost it. They held more than what was expected.
Yeah.
For goddamn sure. But no, the Finns lost the Second World War.
They lost real hard, actually.
Yep.
So
and it's nothing against them because Jesus Christ, they made
They put up one hell of a fight, but that was one of
Dude.
them things where no matter what, they were going to lose. So
yeah, and they actually pulled off more than anybody thought was possible.
that's right. Rhodesian shorts is pajamas. Who wears pajamas?
I usually wear my undie grundies in a shirt or just my undie grundies.
My sheets are way too expensive for me to wear clothes to bed. I've been told that before, that I look like Murray from Impractical Jokers. So, except I have hair.
Oh my Christ. That's the fucking level of IQ we're going with here.
Yeah, people say I look like
Practical Jokers, bro. This is a joke. This is a prank, bro.
But, and for those of you who keep asking, because you're new, this is Turkish Marine camouflage from the 60s.
You cuck. Why the fuck would you just give that away?
Because Gus already got it. Gus is the smart one here. And Gus deserves credit for being that smart. Or that lucky. One of the two, either or. I don't care. One in the end.
I mean, when you throw out countries' names, like, eventually you're going to fucking get it.
I mean, that's fair. There's only, like, what, 200 of them or something like that?
270 or some shit like
that.
Yeah.
So, depends on if you believe in Taiwan as China and other stuff like that, if Kosovo is a place. It is a Brody helmet.
Does Devin Key have a channel?
I do.
No, he's just my bitch.
That also, yes.
Well, I wasn't finished. I wasn't finished taking a breath.
Okay.
But yeah, go for it. Explain your channel.
Oh, my channel? My channel talks about helmets and boots. I have a lot of shoes. If you like boots and shoes and stuff, I have that stuff too.
Weird.
I mean, yeah, it is a little weird. But you know what? There's weird people out there.
Oh, shit. You heard me?
I did. And a bunch of other cool stuff. So every now and then. And I cook sometimes. Not very often. I tried a vegan burger compared to a cow burger right next to each other. That one was a good one.
Haven't watched it. Did we talked about this last time?
Like, yeah, we did. And I said that I wouldn't be upset if I was served the vegan one.
Yeah.
As
long as you knew.
But I went into it with an open mind. I'm like, well, if it's close, why not? Right? Why not?
Yeah.
And it was close in price and everything else. And I tried it. I made them the same exact way. And cow is still better. And I bought like the cheapest, crappiest, like 80-20 ground beef you could. Cow's still better. But it was pretty close. So that's my consensus. So. About the same stuff that they that Burger King uses to make their
like the soft
Whopper.
yeah it's
so.
I mean, here's the thing is, like, again, we'll go over it again for people that weren't necessarily watching, is I don't mind having tofu that's fried up with stir fry, as long as you're announced to me that, like, I'm making tofu stir fry. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, tofu's fine.
It's fine. That's fine. Yep. You know, if I was to eat a burger that, like you said, that was like a vegan meat substitute, okay, cool. As long as I just know it, I know what to expect. I'm not expecting to bite into a fucking right.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting to bite into a fucking like a beef hamburger.
Yeah.
If I'm not expecting that, I will not be disappointed. I'll be like, hey, shit, this is good.
Yeah.
For not being meat, like, this is good.
It was, and I went into it like, knowing that with an open mind, and the texture was a little different.
Oh yeah, yep.
But other than that, I was like surprised. I will not. I cooked them about the same thing, but if I was going to do it again, definitely do not cook the vegan meat as long as the actual meat.
Right.
But no, it turned out well. I was like pleasantly surprised. I'm like, I wouldn't be upset if I was served this.
Right, and that's fine. I hate. Here's the thing. It's like, I hate people.
Yeah.
Well, to an extent, tricking people, because I've witnessed this when I was younger. A vegan being served mincemeat pie.
Yeah.
Have you ever had mincemeat pie?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've witnessed a vegan eating mincemeat pie. It was my grandma's friend at that point. They're all long dead now.
Yeah.
And there was this chick who actually wasn't that attractive, but like whatever.
Of course it was.
And yeah, and it's like, oh, we were eating it, and I knew what it was, but I didn't say anything. And we were eating this mincemeat pie, and it's spiced with allspice and fucking, you know, all that shit, you know. And
now, did yours like actually have meat in it?
Yeah, it was minced meat, and it was like a jelly kind of fucking filling.
Well, there's a lot of stuff that's like mincemeat pie type filling, but it doesn't actually like have chunks of meat in it.
Oh no, this is venison.
This one actually did. Okay.
This is venison. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was mixed. It was minced, but it was with gelatin, like, you know, the filling.
Yeah.
And it was venison. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, fuck, this is good. You know.
Yeah.
It's different from, you know, the texture is different. And this vegan chick was like, okay,
just wolfing it down.
Yeah, it's good. And it's like, over. And then her grandmother was like, do you know what you just ate, dear? And she's like, what? And she's like, you just ate meat and you loved it. And this chick's like, you know, like the face
horrified,
of like,
yeah.
But she's like, what? And it was like, you just ate meat.
Yeah.
And it was good. And she was just so confused. She's like, and there was an argument that ensued, you know, it was about meat, and you can't make meat this fine. And yes, you can if you put it through a fucking grind. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it was like that. There's this, she's a really famous butcher in Canada now, and she was a vegan her whole life. Her family was.
Yeah.
And at one point she was just like me. She had this realization, like, I'll try it to see what I'm missing out on.
Yep.
And so her friends brought her to this really expensive steak place. It's actually a really famous restaurant in where is it now? Montreal. And she loved it so much she actually became and like went to school after that to like become a butcher, and she opened up her own like butcher place now in Canada. Yeah. And she writes about how like she feels so much healthier now that she's like eating meat. And her body
actual protein that your body fucking needs.
And she's like now very openly against like the vegan lifestyle, but she came from that, and she's like, the vegan lifestyle can work for certain people with certain body types that have certain stuff, you know, that allows them to live like that. Certain genetic things that allow them to live like that, but it's not for everybody. And she goes into it with all the science and stuff, and she's like, I'll never do that. And she's like, I like meat now so much. Like, I was vegan until I was 27 years old. Every day of my life until I was 27 years old. And she's like, now I eat meat every day.
I knew a guy when I was in college. He was the advisor for the military guys, like their benefits and all that shit.
Yeah.
And he was in the military, and he was a vegan. And I'm like, how does that work?
Yeah.
And he was like, well, after I got vaccinated in the 80s, I somehow developed, it wasn't necessarily because of the vaccinations, but he said after that, he developed a horrific allergy towards any kind of meat.
Weird.
Chicken, bovine meat, you know, cow meat, anything. He would get violently ill and like have an anaphylactic shock reaction to any kind of meat. And he's like, it's not by choice, it's that I have to be. And he's like, so I'm a vegan and I wish I could eat meat, and I've tried it and it never works. His specific body does not allow him to eat meat.
Yeah.
And that, I'm like, okay.
That's understandable. Yeah, I get it.
That's very understandable.
But
and it's the same thing like with thanks Tony Provolone. And yes, I know who you are. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll get to your question in a second, but finishing this up is like with gluten, right?
Yeah.
So I made fun of the gluten-free people for years. The fad that, you know, they weren't actually.
Well, that is a thing. It is a huge fad diet.
Right. They weren't actually celiac, but they, you know, and it's like, okay, whatever. I made fun of them for years, and then I became that, and I'm like, huh. So there's a difference between your body not tolerating a certain kind of food, a food allergy, and you just doing it because of a fad diet.
True.
Which is what most vegans are.
Diet, though, there's also now a lot better gluten-free options because it is such a popular thing for people
Right.
to do.
No, so that is a positive thing.
Yeah.
They're not the same, man. Honest to God, it's just a lot of it gets close, but it's like I want here the one thing I can't get actually, honest to God, that I want is pumpernickel fucking bread.
That's going to be real hard to do, yeah.
You can't do it because rye has fucking gluten in it. Barley and wheat.
Yeah, and there's nothing really that can get that same flavor that can be close, yeah.
And I want to have a goddamn Reuben sandwich with fucking
Rye
pumpernickel, bread. But I can't do it.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's rough. Not because of a choice. It's because I just physically can't fucking, my body just does not like gluten. Or the modern gluten that is, you know. But all right. So I'm going to answer Tony Perlone's question. I haven't read it yet. Where can I find original AEF jackets? How many do you have? All right. Original AEF jackets. So American Expeditionary Force World War I jackets. eBay is your best bet. Depends on what unit you want. Be patient. Don't overpay. If it's out of your comfort zone, don't pay that. I have 6, 7 of them. They're all very specific. They're 32nd Division or Wisconsin veterans of World War I. Yes, I will do more videos on them now that I've got a bigger audience base. I have done videos in the past. They're still on my channel. They got little to no views, but yes, I'm going to get to that. And the identification, like the patches and everything you're going to find.
Good. I don't know shit about U.S. patches.
Well, World War I, they were very different than World War II.
Still.
Yep. So yes, no, it's actually a really good question, man. Hey, I appreciate that. Tony Provolone, you've been here for a long time, I know.
Thanks for the $5, Provolone.
Yep. And but yeah, that's a valid question, and you're not the first or the last. I will be doing more content on that subject here. But yeah, no, Red Mail does not have a gluten-free pumpernickel mix. Nobody does. It's not even going to come close.
And I tried talking to him to see if they could try doing it.
Have I tried what?
Messaging him. They even say right on the thing, they're like, if you want something, we'll try.
Dude, you can't get the flavor of rye.
No, you can't. I really like rye bread a lot, and we don't sell like any of it. Nobody likes rye bread, so I eat a lot of rye bread because I love rye bread. Rye is
right, and you can't get the flavor. It's bitter and it's
a very
harsh,
specific flavor.
it's
good. Oh gosh.
Yep.
I love it. And I bring it all into like this place where like I take like short dated bread into the this place that I give it to them for 80 cents a loaf and they sell it for $1.20 a loaf. And a bunch of the like lower class, like poorer people go in there and buy stuff. And there's this cool Russian lady that comes in there and she's like, how many loaves of black bread do you have? And I'm like, I got like 20 of them. She's like, give me all of them. Yep. So every Tuesday I see her in there. She's always super nice. She's got the like babushka like thing, the like little scarf over her head and crap, and she's this real hunched over old lady, and she comes in and she takes like 20 loaves of rye bread for me every week. So,
apparently Rob S likes your streams better.
Oh.
You've got fans, Devin. You've got fans.
Like all 10 of them.
Well, there's one.
That's
10% of your fan base is here tonight.
That's true. Dude. My average is like 14 people on my streams. That's pretty good.
Well, my average is, well, it used to be that, but now it's 50.
True.
So
tomorrow I'm doing a thing where I'm going to see if a cheap pack of like Fun Dogs is really like a $1 pack of Fun Dogs, you know.
Yeah.
If it's really worth the money to buy a nice pack of hot dogs compared to the Fun Dogs.
Well, you'd have to compare the ingredients list.
I know, but I just want to go into them and see which one is like. Do they taste the close enough to where is it worth buying the expensive ones, or is it fine to just buy Fun Dogs?
Well, here's the thing: is they're both going to provide protein.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like in a pinch. you want to get the cheapest amount of protein possible, the most bang for your buck, basically.
Yeah.
Flavor, you can mask that. You can mix it with shit.
Fair. Well, the Fun Dogs don't even have any cow in them. They're all just pork and chicken.
Which is protein.
It's good, yeah. But like, you know, like the really, really nice hot dogs are mostly like beef.
Well, yeah. Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
like my go-to since I've been a kid for cheap hot dogs is Ballpark Franks.
Ballpark Franks are pretty good, yeah.
They plump when you cook them.
I do enjoy. Honestly, I do enjoy a nice cheap hot dog. Not gonna lie.
Well, Bar S, man, like
yeah.
Those fuckers, dude. When I was a kid growing up, I wasn't like poor by any means, but we were like lower to average middle class. Hey, Kraft macaroni and cheese, and you cut up some fucking cheap hot dogs in there.
Yep.
That was a meal.
Yep, I've been poor. That's definitely a meal.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's like you get protein, okay?
Yep.
Not the highest quality, but it's still protein. It helps you grow.
So I'm gonna go to Target because they oftentimes have higher quality meat than Walmart does. Yep. I'm gonna buy the cheapest pack of hot dogs I have with the same number in them, and the most expensive pack of hot dogs I have, which will probably be like $1.50 to like $7. So I'll probably spend like $9 total. But
well, if you actually want to get really good hot dogs,
well, I could just go to like the butcher shop and get like hot dog.
Sure, but I'm saying like the best store-bought, fucking non-cured, not nitrate-free and all that shit hot dogs I've gotten is from Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. That's a fucking long drive, though.
I know. That's what sucks. Is I wish
that's
I
like
wish
an hour drive to go to fucking Trader Joe's. Yeah.
Right. So, I wish, but they have.
Well, I could go into ones in Barley though. They probably have them. Something
not the same brand, but
yeah,
similar. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And yeah, the TJ's hot dogs are like $3 a pack for 12 of them. You know.
Okay.
And, man, they're it's like you're actually eating meat. You can taste it, you can feel it. It's meat. It's a hot dog. It's fucking, you know, the remnants and whatever.
Yeah.
But
face
dude,
meat.
I don't know why everybody
assholes.
I don't know. Well, here's the thing is lips and assholes are edible.
That's right, they are.
Okay. And it's like I don't know why people like frown and shit on a cheap cut of meat. It's like it's protein.
Fair. And well, like they're also emulsifying it so hard that it, you know, like you're not even gonna tell what it is.
No, and the spices and all that shit.
Yeah.
The man Dan, brats or hot dogs? That depends greatly.
It really does. Yeah.
I like them both.
I do too. I enjoy a nice brat, and there's so many different varieties of both. And it really depends on what mood I'm in. But like there's some times where like a good like Nathan's like all beef hot dog.
Yep.
Oh, you know, that's pretty hard. That's my go-to is like the Nathan's like bun.
Oh, absolutely.
Hot dog.
Oh yeah.
That's a very good like middle of the road blank canvas of a hot dog.
It's
and
fucking
they're the
delicious,
ones who host the. If you've ever seen that little tiny Japanese man suck down 100 hot dogs in 20 minutes.
What's his name? Yeah.
They're the ones who sponsor the competition,
and that's real meat. It's like they're all real meat. It just depends on like the composition and the percentage and all.
100% beef. That's the Nathan's hot dog.
Yep.
The all beef hot dog.
Yeah, Nathan's is good. But here's the thing: is like living in Wisconsin, I grew up on brats. I didn't used to like brats as a kid.
Oh, a nice like wild rice brat. You know.
No, dude, you're overthinking it. Like just a standard fucking good brat. Just a standard, nothing special about it, but grilled, boiled first, then grilled.
Mm-hmm. Get some some nice char marks.
And you could actually use brats for dishes. You can use hot dogs for dishes, but brats, I think you can mix that. So
you can put in a lot more stuff than you can use hot dogs for. Yeah.
Like in my World War I series video that I talked about, in the First World War, there was an instance of the 32nd Division, some guys from there capturing a German officer's wagon train, basically. And they, from his home that they had sent, were tons of sausages and sauerkraut. And Excuse me, I'm trying to. I ate some chicken teriyaki earlier. Enjoying it, burping it up is delicious. Actually,
I have half a loaf of rye bread and sauerkraut.
nice. But so the guys like the mess sergeant was like, well, shit, we've got sausages and sauerkraut. Let's feed as many guys as we can, possibly the most fair way. Let's chop them up, chop the brats up, mix it in with the sauerkraut, cook it, and then fucking feed it to the guys. With hot dogs, that'd
not be so good. Yeah,
it'd be okay. Like you could
it'd
eat
be
it.
edible for sure, but like it's not as nice as a brat for sure.
Yeah, and brats are that's a step above hot dogs. Like that is you're getting to the point where you've actually got spices that you can taste.
You get a much more complex flavor with a brat, whereas a hot dog is meant to be the same flavor all the way through.
And the brats are more coarsely ground. It's like eating meat versus eating, like you said, emulsified meat. But yeah, brats. I mean, they both have their place, so I can't choose.
Yeah, they're both.
I can't choose. Yeah, they're both good.
Both good. I'm a big fan. I enjoy a good wiener. Who doesn't?
Ovina.
So now, is it a hot dog or is it a Frankfurter?
Well, most American food, including the hamburger, they're not original to the United States. It's European food that got a massive spin put on it by Americans.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, so there's another debate. Like on a brat, I like ketchup because I love the sweet tomato flavor. And, I know you don't like it. I like ketchup, spicy, any kind of mustard really on a brat, and sauerkraut. That's my go-to. People were like, oh, it's sacrilegious. You put ketchup on a fucking brat. No, it's mustard only.
It's whatever the hell you want. It's meant to be a blank canvas for whatever you want.
Sure. I agree. But on a hamburger, on a fucking loose meat sandwich, okay?
Yeah.
People are like, no, don't sweeten it. Don't fucking water it down with ketchup. And I'm like, while I get your point and I'll eat it with mustard only, I like ketchup as an American. I like ketchup just as a fucking condiment in general. Yeah. But here's the thing is it boils down to, it's like the whole AK versus AR, like the video I put out today. It's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, we all know the AK's better. Deal with it.
Okay. Well, you didn't watch the video, first of all. But I didn't expect you to. But like, it's like, whatever you like is good. If you want to put ketchup on a fucking bratwurst,
go for it.
And no mustard and just sauerkraut, that's your thing. It's like
whatever you like.
You're enjoying the goddamn food the way it's supposed to be enjoyed.
It's called freedom.
Yes.
That's freedom.
Well, Kong donated $5 more than he needs to.
There you go. Jesus. Oh, and Golden's here now.
I know. So, all right, Kong, what about sausage? Where does that come into play? A bratwurst is a sausage.
So is
sausage in general is fucking good. I love most kind of sausages, except, okay, the one sausage I'm not a fan of is sweet, mild Italian sausage. I actually am not a fan of that.
I think I have to agree with you on that.
I like spicy Italian sausage.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like the sweet, mildly spiced Italian sausage. But spicy Italian sausage, my God, I'll eat that shit straight. It's fucking beautiful.
True.
And any kind of sausage like the Swedish potato sausage, I'll eat that. It's fucking good. German sausage, Polish sausage, Ukrainian fucking. It's just good. Sausage is a great thing. Whoever thought of that? Let's stuff meat into a goddamn. That's what I was leaning over for.
There you go.
I have to lean to the left to burp. It's a weird thing. After I had mono, that's what I have had to do. But no, it's sausage is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's a good way to not waste parts of the animal that are really hard for a butcher to get at.
So. Indeed. Scolding HQ. Hello, I'm here. I was out shopping at Keki's for Jeb. Congratulations.
I like khakis. It's my go-to pants.
You like khakis? Got my khakis over there on the goddamn chain. It's these khakis, man. I just tell you what. I just don't know what the fuck to do with them.
My business slacks, as I call them. Being
Right.
VP and all, I have to dress professional. So I have to wear business slacks with my Woodland M65.
Yeah.
So- oh gosh. But that's also my go-to on it. Is I don't put ketchup on it, but I put mustard and sauerkraut on my breads for sure.
Oh, yeah, and it's like, dude, I have like I've just put spicy mustard or some kind of German mustard and a little bit of sauerkraut. They're fucking enjoyable. I like ketchup. I like, dude, it's whatever the fuck makes you happy.
Yep.
When you're admonishing a fucking good sausage or hot dog,
that's right,
with any kind of condiments, whatever makes you happy, fucking A. You do you.
That's right.
You do you.
My favorite kind of like a hot dog though has to be a Chicago style hot dog.
Oh, the thick fucker.
Too much. People say that's a lot of shit on a hot dog, but I'm like,
no.
Altogether, a Chicago style hot dog's like fantastic.
The fried fucking onions.
Yeah. And the like the little tomato slices and the celery salt and the little peppers on the top.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's like it's pretty hard. Dude, it's really hard to fuck up a good sausage. It really is. It's hard to fuck that up.
It's God, now I'm looking forward to eating wieners tomorrow.
What kind you got?
Well, I haven't bought them yet. I'm gonna go do it tomorrow.
Okay, you're gonna do it tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna shop. Go into it with a clear head after work tomorrow because I only work for like 30 minutes on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to buy some wieners and some other stuff to have with wieners. And
yeah.
Eat some wieners. It's gonna be good.
That's funny, Venus. That's like it's implying that they're from Vienna, Austria. And it's like, well, yes, they eat sausage.
Hot dogs from Austria. We never know.
Right. Yeah, who knows?
But I mean, who doesn't enjoy a good wiener?
It's funny, a Wiener Schnitzel, right? The fried pork chop or veal chop rather.
Veal chop.
That's not native to fucking Austria. It's
really?
not.
Where's
the Romans did that shit.
Of course.
Yeah, they figured out how to bread and fry very quickly, thin cuts of veal, pork, and chicken.
Yeah.
As they're breaded, and they figured that out, and then it just became, Wiener Schnitzel. So like from Vienna, Schnitzel is like basically their word for fried pork chops.
Yeah.
But it's Wiener Schnitzel traditionally is veal, which is a great meat. Oh my God, veal is amazing.
Baby cows are delicious.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, all the vegans in the audience, baby cows are veal.
Yeah, I mean you're fucking missing out if you're a vegan.
Yeah.
You don't have to eat.
Is what makes it taste good.
Right. Nobody's like, well, very few people that are sane are gonna sit there and pressure you to, you gotta have all meat. I just say I think it's healthy. As we're omnivores, I think it's healthy for us.
Balanced diet.
Balance, man. And throughout history, it's really weird if you want to go like keeping in touch with the channel and everything, the history part of it. In history, very poor people lived on vegetables. Yeah. Very poor people.
And very coarse, terrible bread. And
right. Well, which is a vegetable. It's grown. And protein, like from fish or animals, was a very hard commodity to come by because it was very labor intensive and very difficult to raise. And when you look at it through history, is extremely poor people made do with vegetables. They weren't necessarily healthy.
Yeah.
But they made it.
And most of the protein they got, actually, this is actually kind of sad because they didn't get to eat meat and fish a lot, maybe once a week, if that they would. Most of their like protein and stuff came from like milk and cheese. They would get very small amounts of milk and cheese usually every day to eat. And that's where most of their like vitamins and minerals and protein would come from like having
calcium,
a glass of milk that they would get that morning from the cow.
Right. And that's the thing is like, I just personally think, it could be wrong, it could be right, that humans are omnivores and there has to be a balance of, you can't eat just meat, I don't think.
Because Joe Rogan does for long periods of time, but he's kind of a psychopath. But
yeah, but I don't think it's good in your system long term.
No, he says he only does it intermittently. So
yeah, But you have to mix it with vegetables, which are very good. But vegetables don't provide enough calories or the essential nutrients that
Yeah, they're
human
not very
beings.
nutrient dense.
Right.
So they're good filler food. They're good for rounding off the meal.
And they're also good for digestion. Like
Mm-hmm.
digesting meat, you have to have some sort of fiber and insoluble material to get the meat through your system faster.
Yeah, so it gives something all that I forget what that stuff is. All the like unused amino acid chains and everything can bind to all of that fiber and be pulled out of your system rather than turning into bile in your body.
And again, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Not a fact. But that's what I think throughout history and whatever. So I think if you have a balanced diet, it's better off than going with one or the other.
Golden does actually bring up a thing. There's a lot of the Inuits, like up where I'm from, where there is no growing season, where they do only eat.
No, and I get that, and they're very healthy.
Tons of organs and other shit to make up for that.
Well, here's the thing: is another thing that people don't really value enough, I think, in American society specifically, is genetics, biological evolution. So the Inuits, okay, through hundreds, if not thousands of years,
of generations have been able
their
to
DNA is programmed to be able to live on just that and be totally fucking fine. Okay. We still have yet to figure out. We've got so many fucking cultures, ethnicities,
so much blending,
so much DNA in our systems that we don't know what the best thing is for us. And honest to God, is what's good for you and I, or maybe just me, may not be good for many other people.
That's true. I mean, there's a reason why the people that are the most genetically predisposed to not get diabetes are actually Caucasians. And the people that are most genetically predisposed to get diabetes are actually Native American.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's really weird. And so really quickly, like my genetic thing, a thing I have is the colon shit, which I just had. That's a genetic thing. It's very genetic because you could have lived the same lifestyle and done everything I did exactly to a T, and it would not affect you at all. My shit, it was weird. It was like fucking, no matter what I did, it was going to be there. It was going to be a problem because of genetics.
Yeah, you said you've probably had it for a decade plus.
My life, I would guess. Jeez. But I'll find out more on Monday. But so that kind of thing, it's like, so if I would have eaten a vegan lifestyle or a carnivore lifestyle or whatever, I think the result would have been the same. But that's because people that, push these diets and these fucking ways of life on everybody else, they don't factor in genetics. And like, I'm a big guy. I'm fat. I get that. I'm big. But here's the thing. So were my ancestors that fucking rolled logs down the goddamn river, down the St. Croix River.
Yeah.
They were all fat. They were all 6 feet tall. They were all big as shit like me, active. Even when I was active, I'm still fat.
Even when I was like that.
Right. And
I'm a tiny skinny fucker, and that's just how it is. And I can't put weight on to save my life. So
right. And you could have genetic things that fuck you up worse than being fat. But it's like, I think people, they're just so blind to like, well, I guess they're medically illiterate.
Well, a lot of it is too, well, the way that the medical system is set up, everyone wants a blanket thing that just covers it all. And that's marketed to people. This whole blanket thing is marketed to everyone.
Yes.
And people are buying into it.
And it sucks because it's like, no, it's not. No. Works for, and
it's perfect for a very small percentage of people. So that's
it. And I've known of people rather that were healthy their entire lives. They exercised, they ate right, and their genetic structure sucks so bad they found that they have a hole in their heart, and they're 40 years old. They had to get surgery, and then they end up dying 10 years later.
Well, yeah. Well, we all know people that have been like super healthy and do all these fad diets and crap like that, and they die in their 50s.
And then you get guys or people
they're supposedly on paper the healthiest people that you eat, and they die in their 50s.
And then you get people that drink fucking booze every day and smoke cigars.
And they live to be
They're over
100 years old.
They're over
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
What is your secret? Well, I drink whiskey every day and I smoke cigars every day, and I have since I was 20 years old.
That's right. And I go to the McDonald's drive-thru for every meal. So
it's genetics have a lot to do with that. And the fact of the matter is, Americans are from so many different genetic pools. It won't, dude, it's going to take probably another 1,000 years, if this country still exists at that point, to figure out exactly how to mitigate all these weird genetic fucking circumstances.
Yep.
You know, it's like, because, yeah, again, it's like, I'm a big guy, I'm a fat guy, and I can lose weight, but even when I do lose weight, I'm still fat.
True. I haven't been eating again because it's been a stressful week and I've lost 8.5 pounds.
Right, and that's just weird. It's like, no.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just weird. And, you know, you could do everything right, I could do everything wrong, and we could still live to be 50 years old and die on the same day.
That's right.
You know, like, it's so fucking weird. But
oh, you got a new member, Mike. Look at that. I've never seen that one before.
Axon Dragunov.
Like the rifle? That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing, but I like that.
What?
That your other, what is that? The subscribe star thing?
No, this is YouTube channel member.
Oh, okay. I've just never seen that logo before, so.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. Got a new
I like that
member.
it did that. That's kind of nice.
Just like the rifle.
That's right.
But yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, they can do Patreon or become a channel member. So.
Oh, lactose intolerance is another good genetic thing. 80% of the world's lactose intolerant.
Oh my God, which is weird because I drank at least about a gallon a day until I was 12, 13 years old.
I drank a shit ton as a kid too, and then boom, like that. It's like I can't. Yeah.
Now, yeah, I get like diarrhea and like intestinal distress off of it if I drink real milk, and I love real milk, right?
Yeah.
Like cow's milk. But I also think, like I've mentioned before, is I think it's because of the process that the milk goes through. It's homogenized and pasteurized.
Yeah.
So it's got radiation to make it changes the fucking milk and the enzymes.
The structure of the milk, yeah.
Right. So I would love to go back to a farm like when I was a kid and I was able to take a cup and just dip it in there and grab milk out of the bulk tank.
Yeah.
You know, straight from the cow. It's cold, it's chilled.
Yeah.
And then drink it. Oh my God, it was fucking delicious. If you've never experienced
that is the best milk for
sure. Oh my God. But now, I would love to try that nowadays. I'd love to just take a cup
to see if it does the same thing to you.
Yes. Before it goes through the homogenization and the pasteurization.
Well, I'm trying really hard to find like a milk substitute because I like milk, and I'm trying like the like Lactaid milk where it's just milk, but they add lactase to it to break down the lactose. But it doesn't. It doesn't taste.
I've tried. No.
It's.
I see what I've had to do.
Regular milk, yeah.
Right, and what I've had to do is I've had to substitute almond milk.
Oh
which
no,
I know is
milk. I'd rather have no milk than have like the almond milk or the oat milks and stuff.
Sure, but once in a while, I love Honey Nut Cheerios, man. And once in a while, it just I have to do it, but it's not the same at all. But like I should do a video on this. I should get one of the local farmers.
You should. We should try that together on a thing. See if it does it to us because we're both kind of the same. Yeah.
Yeah, because and here's the thing: is like humans in general. The older you get, the less your body is able to metabolize milk because you're not supposed to drink it past
like 2. Yeah.
Right. And so I'd be curious to see if you and I were to take a fucking cup, go to the bulk tank, grab some milk out of it, drink it.
Yeah.
If we'd have any effects versus the homogenized and pasteurized milk that is in stores. Now, if we do, it's like, okay, well, that settles that. Like, it is what it is.
Fair.
And here's the thing is, I also wish that people have the choice, which the FDA does not agree with in the ADA, of buying non-pasteurized, non-homogenized milk. I think people should have that choice
Yeah.
of if you want to
But
buy
you know, the
raw
second
milk,
somebody gets sick, they're gonna sue.
and that's
Yeah.
the problem is,
Mhm.
that's what happened back in the day, and a lot of the FDA shit with meat was because of the Chicago meat packing
Yeah.
plants that
Were absolutely heinous.
the jungle,
Yeah.
by Upton Sinclair, it was, yes, and it's still the same way today, except it's regulated.
Yep. You're only allowed to have 0.6%, not whatever that animal is in the
Right,
meat.
exactly, and but you know what I mean. Like I think going to more natural, locally based foods would be the great thing. However,
I agree.
city,
Communism is a good thing in the very confined, like, couple of
well,
houses and like block type things.
all right, but the thing is like you didn't let me finish. Is
Yeah.
what I was going to say is cities exist,
Cities do exist.
and that's the problem. Is you can't effectively and safely get that amount of food to people in the cities without having regulations.
Exactly.
But that's what everything's governed by.
Hmm.
So it fucks everybody.
But it's like the thing with eggs. Have you know in Europe they take the eggs like from the chicken that have this like coating on them. That is
Yeah.
what protects the egg. It keeps it,
Right.
and they also don't refrigerate their eggs.
Well, you don't need to
No,
because I've raised chickens before, and yeah,
but in the United
when you
States,
bleach,
you
they
have
bleach
to
them,
refrigerate them, and they also, yeah, they clean that protective coating off.
right? And it reduces the life. Like you can have eggs sitting in about 60 degrees. You put them out of the sun and all that shit, out of the heat.
Yeah,
They'll last for as long as the refrigerated eggs in the U.S. do.
yeah.
That's been throughout history. Again, not giving advice or anything. You shouldn't do that. But that's been how people have eaten and survived off of eggs, which are one of the most nutrient-rich foods you can possibly eat.
Forever. But like that's why the
Yeah.
US is like, so technically the European FDA and the American FDA, they can't import eggs from each other because
Right.
both their FDAs say that's unfit for human consumption.
Right.
And I thought that was funny that the European Union is doing it the way it's been done for thousands of years, basically,
Yep.
just on a bigger scale. And the Americans are doing it something that's been done this way since like the 50s. And I just think it's funny.
Yeah, and I don't know. The food. Yeah, yes, I know Golden HQ. I understand who you are. Thank you, bud. I don't agree with food being an industry.
No, it shouldn't
I
be.
think food should be something that people, for the most part, get within 50 miles of their home.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
Well, that's hard to
you
do.
could.
Most of our food comes from California here in the United States, which is bad. That's really
Well,
bad.
and here's the thing: is what happened after World War II. You get to the Cold War era.
Yeah.
The government said, well, it's better if people are more used to government issued food and rations, like canned food and TV dinners and shit like that, because if the nuclear war ever kicked off, they'd have to survive off of that.
Yeah.
And also, we've got a lot of companies that are giving us money.
It's all about greasing those palms too.
Yep. Yeah.
But I found out something really weird the other day. That after World War II, the primary manufacturers of M1 Grands were Winchester and Springfield Armory, but they were too close together and could be easily destroyed in a nuclear blast, and they would lose the ability to make M1 Grands. So they went out to the International Harvester Company in Chicago and were like, make M1 Grands.
Well, that was at the end of World War II, and then they went to Harrington Richardson is the company you're thinking of.
Yep.
And
they spread them out more so they wouldn't lose all their rifle production in one shot.
Well, think about this too: is suburbs did not exist before World War II.
No, that was the whole like white picket fence dream was something of like the 50s. So.
Right, and that was spreading the population away from the cities.
Mm-hmm.
In the event of a nuclear fucking conflict, like, if they
That's
hit the
why they had
city,
all those veteran programs for homes and families and stuff to move
yep,
out to the suburbs. Yeah.
yep. Because
After
it
World
used to
War
be
II.
like in Europe, what it still is, because there's no room left. It's the cities, and then you leave the city, and you see the sign saying you're leaving this city, and it's just fucking country. Well,
Yeah.
in the U.S., it's now you're leaving the city. Oh, there's all these suburbs you have to go through.
Yep.
Where it's still concentrated, but not as concentrated to
No.
where if a nuclear weapon were to go off in a city,
Yeah, it only kills 85% of the people.
right,
So yeah. Gotta love it.
right,
Gotta love it.
yeah. So very interesting, and
I just thought that was funny though, that like finally when that became like a thing, they're like, yep, we could set the air on fire. Well, maybe we shouldn't make all our guns in one spot.
right.
The like post realization of it, I think, is hilarious. All the
Well,
stuff.
and if you think about it, the most nuclear weapons that the U.S. had during the Cold War were where? In the central part of the United States,
North
Kansas.
Dakota.
Not well. Hey, you understand? Like
Yeah.
you've been to my parents' place, about 4, 5, 6 miles south of there
Yeah.
is a nuclear silo.
Yeah. And they still got them all over in Nebraska and Kansas. And
Yep. So we're up here in the upper Midwest. There were towns where entire bases were had that had nuclear fucking warheads on missiles.
That's right. If
ICBMs.
anyone's ever been to the Minot Air Force Base, that's why that air base is there. It's just like 40 nuclear missile silos. That's that
Yep.
whole air base.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, so it's insane, but
You know they get really mad at you if you try to drive anywhere near that place?
I don't know because I've never done it.
Oh, don't do it. They'll come out and they'll like confront you if you're just like tootling around. You like broke down on the side of the highway that goes by it. The like Air Force comes out and they're like, "What are you doing here?"
But you fucking pogue piece of shit.
So
You're really gonna come out and check my fucking badge, take them, take their weapons, and then fucking go and see the silos.
That's right. Can I just get a tour? Why? It's
Right.
January in Minot. The coldest fucking hell on earth you can imagine. Just a big, flat, barren wasteland with no fucking trees and a bunch of holes in the ground full of rockets from the 70s.
Yeah. Can I have a hamburger, please?
Yeah.
Can I get a hamburger, please? Yep.
Oh, gosh. Kong, you should have went to Minot. Minot's a great Air Force base, from what I understand.
Kong was probably there.
They have like almost. I think it's the base with the most suicides in the United States. I think is the Minot Air Force base.
Kong survived that because he was just like one of those guys that they're like, fuck. They transferred him from base to base to base because they're like, we don't like this guy. He's a fucking freak.
Oh, I thought
like,
Kong lived because he was the barrel duty guy.
Yeah.
You know all about that, right? Like on the ship, every once a week somebody would have to pull straws for barrel duty, and it was just this barrel in the bottom of the ship with a hole cut in it, and somebody would have to be in the barrel.
No.
Barrel duty,
Okay.
It's a thing. I hear it's pretty bad, yeah. The Minot Air Force Base, I hear it's pretty bad. Well, of course they work. Those rockets, I was reading something about them, is that they're all even solid fueled, so they have like an indefinite shelf life. Because they don't want to have to like gas up the rockets with liquid fuel when they need to launch them. They're just ready to go. They can sit for forever and still be good to go. So, terrible place.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think it's been a cool stream.
Do you want to? It has been an hour already. Shit.
Yeah. Do you want to go on Discord for a bit and then fucking call her a night?
We can do that. I do got some stuff to do tomorrow. A lot of stuff. I got to buy some wieners tomorrow.
Wieners?
That's right. Some wieners.
You're a goddamn Swedish fucking.
Yeah, I'm not Swedish.
Yeah, we're gonna buy some wieners. And it's going to be white when we finish it. Oh yeah. We're gonna make some potatoes with her.
To be fair, though, I love when I hear somebody that has that accent. My ears like perk up when I'm like eavesdropping at work. When I hear
Oh, what
somebody,
the hell are you doing? Oh yeah.
it's like
Why'd you take my goddamn car battery?
yeah, because they think that everyone from the rest of the United States thinks that people around here sound like that, but it's
Yeah.
actually so rare that when I hear it, I'm
Right.
like, that person's the stereotype. I saw the
Ah,
unicorn.
fuck. Yep.
You know? Yeah.
And you're
So
like, oh Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, it's here.
yeah.
Like usually when I travel in the United States, I get the first thing I get is you're from Canada, and I'm like,
No. Sort of almost.
well, yeah, just because I don't talk like I'm a sister fucker doesn't mean I'm from Canada.
That's
That's
right.
pretty far north. But
Yeah, people bang their sisters in Canada too.
oh yeah, a lot more. But from the average like kind of smooth brains, but not really. I get,
Yeah.
oh, are you from Iowa? And I'm like,
Iowa. Yeah.
no, close,
Yeah.
but not
Oh,
really.
yeah.
I'm from Wisconsin. Oh, from Wisconsin. Yeah, and I'm like,
Wisconsin.
that's
Yeah,
not how I fucking say that. But oh, you a Packers fan then? No,
no.
no. I could not give two shits or a fuck less about sports than anybody else.
I don't know. The
And
Brewers pretty good.
yeah, well, I've seen the stadium and it looks cool, but man, I think a lot of money could have been spent a lot more wisely to help people than fucking.
Oh, that's funny. Apache Wolf's like, at least in Canada, they ask consent to bang their sisters first.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah.
That's honorable. That's respectable.
Yeah, that's respectable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the less smooth brains, the ones that got a little bit more texture, they go, "You cheesehead," and I'm like, "I don't like sports." They're like, "No, do you like cheese?" And I'm like,
Yeah. Who does?
Does a Tin Man have a sheet metal cock? Yes.
Of course he does. Of course he does. It's got rivets in it and everything.
Well, I mean, fucking really. I'm from Wisconsin. Do I like cheese? I'm white and I'm from Wisconsin. Wow, that was a fucking tough question to ask, right?
Yeah,
You know,
of course I like cheese.
you didn't know the answer to that before you fucking. It wasn't
To be fair,
rhetorical.
though, who doesn't fucking like cheese?
A lot of people.
Yeah, they're called vegans.
Well, yeah.
Full circle. Look at that. Full circle.
I've got a friend who's I've got I've got a half black friend, yeah. But no, seriously, he's half black and his mother's a redheaded Jew, so it's kind of an interesting dynamic. But that man, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna invoke the white part of me right now, and we're gonna fucking have some cheese tonight. And I'm like, it isn't the white part of you, man. It's just you. He's like, yeah, you're right. And then
Everyone loves cheese.
we fucking bought. Oh my god, we went down to there's this place in Minneapolis has got like insane amounts of like fucking primo cheeses, right? You want to be a snob about cheeses, you go here.
Are we thinking about the same place?
Surdix?
Yes.
Yes. So we go to Surdix, we buy some liquor, or we bought some liquor.
They have some very nice wine selections at Surdix.
Yeah, and good liquor. They've got Chartreuse, which is a liquor made by monks in France. But so we go there and we buy, whatever, a couple bucks worth of liquor, and then we'd sit there in the cheese section, and they let you sample whatever fucking cheese you want.
So
yeah, and so Fro and I would sit there and we would sample cheeses. It's not like we're just going to be there to fucking rip off the whatever. We just want to make sure, like, we would buy the fucking cheese. We spent a massive amount, like several $100s.
They made money off of you, yeah.
Yes, but like we were trying it, and we'd sit there, and there was a bunch of people that were serving us cheese that you could tell they were gay, and they were looking at us like, you're not gay, but you're not totally straight, but you're actually not gay, but wow, you guys are really analyzing this cheese.
There's nothing wrong with being a little flamboyant.
Right, but we were sitting there, we both tasted at the same time and do cheers, and we're like, oh my god, so it's got this and this and this. Do we want to get some? No. Well, hold on. All right, next one. They give us a little water to swish our mouth out with, and you buy the next one, or not buy the next one, but you sample the next one. It's like, oh fuck, we're getting a half a pound of this fucker.
Yeah.
Like, no question. Cut us off the half pound. Yep. Wrap it up. Let's do it. And then next one. Yeah, possibly. We'll come back to that. And then it was like that. It was like a fucking over an hour long experience of just sampling and packaging up cheeses. We'd spend over $100 just on like some different cheeses. But dude, they were patient with us, and it was fucking amazing. Like we
Well,
go back and watch Dazed and Confused, fucking
yep,
Blazing Saddles, and
I
eating this goddamn cheese. It was amazing.
will say that place is really tolerant with a lot of the people that go in there that
Yep.
don't know anything. They're
Exactly.
very patient because they know it's a learning experience.
Exactly.
So,
And that's why, like, that whenever we went there, just me and him, it was like it was so relaxing, and we just sit there. No matter how many people were in there, we just do our thing, grab a bunch of cheese, and then drive back and watch fucking movies
mhm.
that are fucking hilarious. And we'd eat these cheeses, and oh my god, it was just fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
That's a pretty ideal like weekend right there.
Oh
That's
yeah,
pretty, yeah.
it was fantastic. And yeah, hopefully the weasel
The
horse.
weasel horse. I
You
heard the
hear him whining?
whistle. I
Yeah,
heard
the
the
whining.
whistle. Yeah.
We have to go outside. Yeah, so all right, I guess we'll end the stream. We'll go on to Discord for a bit here in a couple minutes, and then
Right.
call her a night.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for the new members, channel members. Thanks for people who did super chats.
Thanks to everyone that went to my channel too.
Well, apparently your streams are better, so
Well, apparently not, because how many people do you have right now?
44.
Yeah, that's way more than I've ever had. So
No,
even on a good day.
way more than I used to have.
Even
Too.
when Matthias and May showed up, I didn't get that many.
Soon. Very soon.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're a Discord member, stay tuned. And we'll see you on the next stream.